Sir.
Yes, sir. Good day. Good day. Good day. Don't be you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Please, others can just all come together. All together, please. Wherever you are, it's not necessary you just come up. Just stay where you are to perform the duties. Yes, sir. Thank you. The outside community, please, come forward. You know how you use it. Amen. 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 It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We went to welcome our distinguished guest from the State Universal Basic Education. Delegation led by, for my information, the chairman. So you are welcome to the ancient palace of the DEIN of Agbor. For the record, today is the 3rd day of July 2024. The time is just 2:51 hours. For clarification too, we want to make us know that our crown is always on the throne. Even when you presumably are not seeing him physically, but spiritually is there. That is why anything we are doing, we felt his crown is present. Just that he's not physically here with us because of some exigencies that comes up where he has to go for some national functions in Abuja. So please bear with us. He's maybe represented by his high-class chiefs. So you're welcome. Having said that, we have a tradition here that states when we have guests of these esteemed personalities, we first of all offer a bowl of kola nut to welcome the guest. And that kola nut will be used to pray for the crown, pray for his chiefs, and pray for the good people of Agbor Kingdom, and of course our esteemed guest. So at this point I want to invite Chiefs Gideon Okobia, the Ajay of Agbor Kingdom, and Chief Okolo Basil, the Okudenku Kaimai of Agbor Kingdom. So please step forward and assist us with these traditional rituals. Baba, do the internet thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Yes, sir. 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 You may let you. No, you be okay. What are you doing? Yes, sir. 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 You take the kola nut, you pray for His royal mercy, and pray for yourself. It's a royal kola nut, so just take that. Pray for royal mercy and pray for yourself. Yes, sir. 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 Pray for His royal mercy and pray for yourself, please. Yes, sir. 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 Right on I feel. It will be recalled that consequent upon the letter from the local education authority Agbor, dated 25th June 2024, to His Royal Majesty, he graciously approved the visit of the Chairman, State Universal Basic Education at SUBEB today. And that is why this gathering was called. And two with the letter, we are made to understand that we are going to have interactive sessions with some organizations such as the vigilante, the traders, and of course the youth. In accordance to that, we've invited some of the organizations who are here, as you can witness, the market women, youth, the vigilante, for the purpose for which we make understand that the chairman will be coming. But before proceeding, I want to take the leave of His Majesty to request that the chairman or his spokesperson would please formally introduce members of the state government body. Thereafter, persons who are here will also introduce themselves, particularly their heads. So we go over to the chairman of his spokesperson to please come forward.
On behalf of the executive chairman of SUBEB, who is the leader of this team, Your Majesty, we are here, ably led by the executive chairman, Honorable Samuel Mare. Okay, he's from Uyeli North. The board has 3 members, one representing each of its entire district. For Delta North, who is the first member, is Mr. Chukemeka Owade. From Delta South, Delta North East. Then for the Delta Central, who is the second member of the board, we have Honorable Onome from Ethiopia. And the third member representing Delta South is Mrs. Josephine Ejero. And of course, we have some here too, who is the Education Secretary for Ika South, Mr. Mugu. Because here we have the Director of Social Mobilization, Mr. Felix. And a host of our other aides from the Chairman's office. Okay, sorry. Okay. Byron Lee is my name. I'm from Nature South.
Secretary, thank you very much. You're welcome. So I will go over to some of our invited persons here to formally introduce themselves and the organization they represent.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. I may be the Vice Chairman of Onions Market ADK. My name is Alaji Beti Umar. Yes.
Thank you very much. I have to
So then, I'm Mrs. Patricia Iweze, the Secretary of Tomatoes Union, Agbor. So I need the name.
F1 Chukwuka Shedra, Mel, Chairman of Good Butchers Union, Asa.
Somebody don't need to know if you. F1, Mr. Victor, Okwa, Secretary, Agbor, Ayo.
Security, our local security units. You're welcome. Thank you. Hello. Any other organization here? They are just the leaders of the organization with some members of their group. All of them cannot just happen to be here today, closing the market. So, having said that, I also take the leave of Surama to invite the chairman, SUBEB, to please inform us the reasons behind this very visit. Thank you.
Distinguished chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, I've been introduced. I'm Samuel Ogenewu Gaga Mariere. By the grace of God today, I'm the chairman of Delta State Universal Basic Education Board. Prior to my appointment as chairman of this board, I've served first as a two-time member of the Delta State House of Assembly for 8 years. I served as a political advisor to the governor. I also served as the commissioner for water resources. The governor appointed us as members of the board because of the seriousness he attached to education. And in the meeting we had with him, he expressed his desires to turn around the fortune in education today. You will agree with me that our educational sector is at its lowest level. You will agree with me that our public schools, most especially at the primary level, is not what it used to be. In short, it's almost at zero level. We have failed. The kind of students we produce today are not the ones the public school used to produce before now. The situation is so bad. In short, the moral decadence in our society today can be traced to the failure of this sector. Our children are virtually going around naked. There's little or nothing we can say about the state we are today. We don't want to lay blames, we want to find solution. And His Excellency is so desirous in seeing how we can turn around this trend. How we can get things to how it used to be in those days. I can bet that none of us seated here have our children in the public school. Even the head teachers, the teachers that are teaching in the public school, their children are not in that public school. It's as bad as that. But how do we turn around the trend? How do we make sure that we bring back that old glory, that old situation that we used to have in those days? We all attended public schools. I attended public primary school, public secondary school, public university, and I'm what I am today. I can compete anywhere in the world. We were well trained. Our teachers were serious. Those posted to the village stayed in the village to teach. And His Excellency, we all agree to that even the level of infrastructure we have today, we don't used to have them in those days. Our schools are much more beautiful. Our former governors, they've done so much. If you look at our schools, our immediate past governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, you will see how much he did in the public schools. The structure, the physical infrastructure. And the current governor is doing more, because that is his slogan, the more agenda. It's attending to this infrastructure. But building the infrastructure is not the school. What we need is the pupils to build their morals, to prepare them for the future, to prepare students that are prepared for employment. But we notice from two angles, the reason why excellency centers are two factors mainly. One, affecting our teachers. Two, affecting the infrastructure. His Excellency saw the personnel gap in our schools, and recently he graciously approved the employment of over 3,000 teachers in our schools. And in the cast out here, almost 200 were employed. How many? How many employed? Yes,
The last employment
Yes.
was 101.
101, okay. In the cast out, additional 101 teachers were employed. How many schools do you have here?
56 schools.
56 schools. That is approximately two additional teachers to each school. That is a large number. That is to show seriousness, because we saw the gap. Although that did not fill the whole gap, but to a very large extent, it helps. Teachers are paid. We are not paying our teachers. Promotions, since I came in, all teachers that are due for promotion, they have all been promoted. The next that are due by this month, they will all be promoted. They're already working on it. Arrears are being paid. Pensions that we used to go, I can confidently tell His Royal Majesty that as of today, pensions of teachers up to December 2021 have been paid. And by the grace of God, within the next few months, we'll be able to shift as far as 2023. These are the achievements His Excellency have been able to achieve, and because of his interest in education. But one of the saddest parts of the whole story is that with the level of infrastructures, the government spent money to build schools, get desks for the students, get under infrastructures. Within 3 months, you will see full school build being completely vandalized. Roofs, even the roofs, the aluminum sheets are removed. Burglary proof are pulled out. Desks are destroyed, sold to people as iron condemned. Electric wires, ceiling fans, everything being vandalized. Another problem, our teachers that are employed, many of them don't even come to work. Some of them are employed here, they are in London, they collect money. Some are in Canada, they collect salaries. Some teachers, instead of going to class to teach, they are selling in the market. How do we solve this problem? We identified as Excellency agreed that we must go back to the old days, where the communities are involved. That unless we involve the communities, and the communities agree to be involved, we won't go anywhere. Nobody is going to vandalize a town hall. There's no town hall that is vandalized, that you go and pull up the roof and pull up the burglary proof. Why? Because the community see it as their own. But schools that are built, they see it as government property. Excellency is saying that these are not government properties. These are the community properties. The communities should see them as their own property. You are handing them over back to the communities. See them as your own. Because the children of Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori will not come from Osubi to come to school in Agbor here. They won't come to any of these schools. It's your children that will go there. If we allow these properties to be vandalized, it's your children's property that are being vandalized. There is no money anywhere. These schools are free. But it's because we are not being involved, because we are not taking it as our own. We are sending children to private schools that are whack. The teachers there are not as trained as the teachers we have. They don't have the qualification as those in the public schools. Secondary school dropout will be teaching in the private school. But qualified teachers that are taught in teaching skills, the minimum qualification to teach in the primary school, public primary school, is NC. Because we are not getting ourselves involved. On that note, we set up what we call the NBMC, the SBMC, School-Based Management Committees, where every school, the community, will set up a committee to be managing that school from the community on their own. The market women will be part of that committee. The security will be part of that committee. The religious body, the churches, will be part of that committee. An eminent person from that area, who is respected, who knows the value of education, will be part of that committee. They monitor these schools. Where teachers are not coming to school, they know the numbers of teachers. They report. They caution them. If they refuse to take caution, they report to us. We take disciplinary action, including dismissal. There is no organization. There are some teachers that have been in one school for 10 years, 15 years, destroyed that school. No transfer. Because they know people at the top. There are some that have stayed in the village since they were employed. There are others that have stayed in the town since they were employed. All those things will stop now. Beginning from next week, every teacher will go on transfer. Every teacher will go on transfer. Those who have been in the village will come to the town. All the head teachers. During these holidays, the other teachers will follow. Those who have stayed in the village for 10 years should come to the town. Those who have stayed in the town for 10 years should go to the village. That's the instruction of His Excellency. He is very serious. But you have to help us to be able to achieve this goal, to be able to turn things around. When we leave here, we go and meet our teachers. We are going to talk to them. We are already talking. We need to make them know the seriousness. That it's not going to be business as usual. Things will change. It is either you sit or you leave. Because we cannot toy with the future of our children any longer. Enough is enough. If we are not going to run schools, let us close them. If we run the schools, let us run them. And get the result out. That is the directive of His Excellency. And I'm prepared to carry it out. I have the capacity. I have the courage. take the decisions and make sure they are effective. But we need your support. We need you to help us. Set up good school-based management committees. Let the women be involved. Let the security be involved. So that let them see this school, the way they see the town hall, that nobody can come and vandalize the town hall. Let this school be the same. And thank God our Hausa brothers are here. Tell all those people that are doing iron condemn. Let them not go and condemn things in government school. If they have another condemn. Some are in prison now. Because when we finished from some local government, the community became very serious. We are arresting them every week. They are now arresting people. And we send them to prison immediately. And anybody that comes to take their bail, it means it's part of it. We arrest that person and add to the person. So anybody that is coming to say somebody that has been vandalizing school is my community, is my this and that, we will add you to it. Because we cannot keep spending money and you vandalize. And the governor has said any community where anything is vandalized, for the next 10 years, we are not putting anything in that community again. And even the community, if they repair it, then we can ask them, okay, but if you refuse to repair it, your business means you don't need it. His Excellency is very serious. That is why we took it to this level of coming to His Majesty. We've gone round. We started with the region of Okwe. We know Okwe. We visited almost all the people. By Wednesday, we will be with the law for it. We're going around, we are getting the whole communities involved, and everybody is so excited. We see the excitement, we see the seriousness in where we've gone to, and we know Agbor is not going to be different. We know going forward there will be no more vandalization, because anybody that tries in the community will get rid of that person. If you sell the roof, you won't sell it in your house, you will sell it in the market. The market people, they are here. Where did you get this roof from? Do you work in a macro company? Where did you get this burglary proof from? Where did you get these louvers from? We must ask questions. And we must make sure these things stop. And it's only the community that can help us. Going forward, we must be able to ask our teachers, the head teachers, question, why are they not teaching? We have said it, any school where the enrollment comes down, that head teacher will come to become teacher. So we can put somebody that can be increasing the enrollment. There's no way you can tell me that the private quad school can attract more children than the public school that is free if you are doing the right thing. The reason why people are not coming is because you are not cooking good food. You that is cooking the food, you refuse to eat it. Is it not poison you are cooking? So how do you expect another person to come and eat that food? All those things must change. And they can only change with your support. Because we are in Asaba. The MBA secretaries in Agbor here may not be able to get to the villages. But to them too, they still need to up their game. Like we are trying to up our own game. The Excellency is on us, we're also going to be on them, like it will help us to be on them and the teachers. Your Royal Majesty, distinguished chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why we came is just this. It's a very serious issue. I will not want this decadence to continue. We want to see how we can salvage it together. And by the grace of God, we will turn it in our primary education sector. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir. Firstly, I want to thank you, appreciate you for your eloquent speech. I think this is one of the first times I've witnessed a civil servant telling us the truth when he says, on their own part, they felt the government has failed. And that is the truth. All of us seeing the government, we felt, well, the government might be thinking they have not failed. But realizing it, we know the government has failed in their own. And they failed because we also have failed. In the sense that we have not done our own job. And when we don't partner to do this job, we will not be able to succeed. So that is what the message is all about. The issue of teaching. Actually, we've noticed that some teachers don't go to their places of posting. In most cases, those who are posted to such remote areas They collect their salaries, but they don't go for duty. Because they connive with the head. And in most cases, when they are the head too, they are the one in control. So if the head cannot go to his duty post, the subordinates will also emulate. And that will, in adverse, affect the education of our children. And like as you also mentioned, the issue of vandalization of our school properties. Really, we've seen the situation of this country now. It was said before that by one of these leaders that they have not seen a Nigerian eating from the dustbin. Therefore, that everything is well with Nigerians. But today, we can confidently say that some of the Nigerians are eating from the dustbin. So that issue has to be addressed too. Because in a situation where you see people who are in abject poverty, in a day they cannot even see a cup of curry to drink, their mindset will not be on how they can at least have anything to hold for the day. And that gives the direction that they have to take from where they do not keep. So the government also has to help us to check these incidents of poverty by maybe creating some employment that will accommodate for these teeming persons who are in this state of poverty. Before we conclude, I will also want some of our chiefs here, particularly those who have gone through the educational sector, to please put in some light on what we have heard from the Honorable SUBEB Chairman. Let me
my executive SUBEB Chairman. You see, in the process of your speech, you talk about the SBMC. Now, thank God I happen to be PTA chairman in one of the primary schools. The secretary knew me. With what you said, that made me to bring up this thing is that we are only hearing the name, but we are not seeing the practice. The school I'm talking about, I am their
That's where we are here.
PTA chairman.
To see the practice, that's where we are.
And I hear of that name. I hear of names that are members of that board, but we don't see them. And even the PTA we are talking about is just a write-up. Because the PTA, we are not even allowed to meet. We are tailored. And which I know that is exactly what is happening in the process. So the next thing, parents have to be what? Discouraged in the process. Because like me, that is the chairman, I left the whole thing for them. Why? Because a chairman doesn't have a say. The school will tell you, this is how I want it to be, this is how I want it to be, this is how I want it to be. Then at the end, they have their way. Because it is said that it is the teacher that is the secretary of the PTA. Then, in the whole process, it becomes them. No. Because like the time I went to school, the PTA was not like that. They gave them the free hand to operate, and that was why the school was like this. Because the PTA had right that time, invite the teacher. Come, why this, why that, why this? The teacher will defend himself before the parents. But this time now, so that if, as you are putting up the drive now, that's the first target. Let the parents have control. Because when they have control, the teachers are employed because of these children. So we should not be angry, because if I employ you to teach my child, and I see you are not meeting up, I have the right to take away my child. Then the people you want to teach now, you do what? Begin to teach. That is why you see now that the parents decide, even they are ready to give their children to quack people to teach. So let's correct that move. So that if we say SBDs, let the SBDs, let them come back to operate. Because like in that school, I think the other day when I was, if you pass through that school now, one of the alma maters is building 2 blocks in that place. That is Mosheri School 1. Personally, and when you read there, you see the difference. So please, let's first of all, let the ministry heal that their wound first.
Thank you.
Involve the parents practically. Let them come up, because the government is in Asaba. It's not here. So it's the parents that are here that will now put the system in order. Thank you.
Thank you.
First, I want to thank you very much. You see, first, as far as I'm concerned, you indicted yourself. Because I cannot be chairman of anything and my secretary will override me. It can never happen. If I'm chairman, I'm chairman. If I'm not chairman, I'm not chairman. It means you did not put your foot on the ground. So now start putting your foot on the ground. You are chairman. The reason why we decided to get the SBMC and not move with the PTA. The PTA means that you have to have a child in that school. What if after your child graduates, what will happen? And if there are competent persons in the community that their children are not in that school? We now said no. Let us have a management committee. Whether you have a child in the school or you don't have a child in that school, provided you are from that community, you should have an interest. Because if your child is not there, your brother's child is there, your cousin's child is there, your nephew is there, somebody you know is there. The children in our own context in Africa is not only your blood children. Your cousins, your nephew, whatever, they are all your children. Is it not so? Yes. So that is why we went for the SBMC instead of leaving the PTA. You know, that is broader than the SBMC, but both of them work together. And let me tell you, before I leave here, I will leave my number. I'm giving all the SBMC members my number, the number of the PS, the number of the member from this area. Report directly to me and see what we will do. Those times are gone that you say you go there and one school is the one taking decision. No, we don't want to hear that. You are supposed to be helping to supervise. The person you are supervising cannot tell you what you want. It's you that tell the person what you want. Although there are some persons that may become overbearing, they may go beyond. There was one school where I learned that the SBMC member went to class and was asking for lesson notes. Was asking for lesson notes. That is going too far. You understand what I'm trying to say? That is going far too far. But what we are saying is be interested in what they are going to give to your children. Be interested in what is happening. The teacher is not coming. Don't go and beat the teacher. Just let us know. That's what we are saying. So, sir, going forward as your PTA chairman, don't run away. Because running away, you have not solved the problem. To me, I don't believe that I run away from problem. I confront them. But if you run away, the problem will wait for you there. If it's not waiting for you, wait for your children. So solve it now so that everybody gets peace tomorrow. That's as to that. Then Oga also said something. I'm trying to. When you were talking, you said something. Yes, about vandalization. You know, the reason why we're bringing the community in is there is nothing that can happen in a place that somebody in the community don't know about. Like I said when I was talking, my own and our own not be the same thing. If they steal my own, I will find out. Even if na juju I won't carry, any I won't take find out. So if the community comes to that level, I remember in my community they stole some things. They didn't do anything, they just go and bring one juju, whether it works or doesn't work, I don't know. They put it there that within 7 days, people who stole that thing should return it. If not, the juju will outside them. They announced around the community and left. And within 3 days, the people went to return the thing themselves. They went to return it themselves because it's the community. And they have the reputation that that juju is very dangerous. It will not even kill you. You go and kill the most important person in your community, in your family. Then you will be killing the important people until it gets to you, not even the bad people. So the people in your community, your family doesn't want to die, we even take come and drop that because you will not be the one to die. So if the community gets involved, we will get these things resolved. Thank you.
Yes, sir. My brother, my friend, and our colleagues in prosperity. A month ago, something happened in this school. Not Sherry. Whereby they are having their GSS exam. And I heard from somebody somewhere. The widow of SUBEB, the daughter or the granddaughter, she wants to write GSS exam. And the school demanded, or I don't know whoever demanded it on the school, to provide 2 bags of area soap for more than 2005 each, which is 5,000 naira. 2 brooms, 3 mops, 5 polish. You're asking me. 5 polish and some other things which is not necessary in the school. Behold, I was shocked when I had that information. I contacted him at the PTA, a member of the PTA in the school. And behold, on that particular day, I went to an event where our PG, President General, the late Presidential General of Akokino, were doing the service of songs. I met the senior teacher, the primary school. I said, I want to see on this issue. Because I told him only 1 or 2 things I could tactically touch and left before I finished with the commissioner that came to the occasion. When I look at the situation, and behold, you see family that reported this issue to me. We are begging, please don't reveal our daughter because it might be detrimental to her and it will be a stigma to her. They will punish her for this issue. I step back. I wait to wonder, I don't know if government is now opening supermarkets on every child that wants to write GSS exam on that school. Because one, this is a poor widow of 96, 97 years old. You are telling her to provide area soap, 3,000, 1 bag. 4 mops, 5 or 6 polish, broom, and some other things, because she wants to write GSS exam. So I don't know if that is part of the criteria to write GSS exam from you. I personally met the CEI. No, I didn't mean the CEI. I met the head teacher. So I said, I write a check. I was not born in Agbor, I was born in Benin, raised in Lagos and abroad. I write a check to the when they paid my stepdad because I want to know because sanity has to be corrected in our system. Looking forward. A center of development and exposure in Africa. Forget all those groups we write in our books. So I want to know, is this part of the criteria, right? Do the needful to call these people to order
Thank you very much.
I want to be at variance with my co-chief who just spoke. You see, we have one problem in this part of the world, and that is because the level of impunity is too high in this country. I want to believe that much of what you said will be implemented. What my co-chief is saying, you see, the public schools, particularly primary school, has collapsed because it's like when you don't contribute to cooking food, you don't know the value. Why is it that parents pay a lot to take their children to private school, but common something, they don't want to provide it for private school? It's very bad. For those of us who left the educational system, I've always said, you see, the level of corruption and impunity is high. Most teachers don't come to school because they are not well supervised. When I was heading one of the schools around here, Bonaba Grammar School, before it was handed over, the moment I came there, I told my teachers that I don't know Asaba. If you take me there, you'll be the one to bring me back. And that, of course, made some of them to work hard. That was what I told them. That if you take me to Asaba, by the time they invite me to a panel, you will not be there. I will defeat you there, but you will take me there. So, what you have said, the schools are left in a very decadent situation. No proper financing. If it's possible, tell the governor that something must be paid by parents. Even if it is 50 naira, 100 naira, 200 naira. I'm from Alisme. I pass a lot of people who take their awards to the private schools in the town. Like O'Reilly said, how many of them are qualified? And that is because they take them there because every day they are there, no strike, nothing whatsoever. And the stupidity in quote is that they think that the children are getting a lot there, but they are not getting anything. So let there be introduction of fees in the public schools to make it work. Because when I put my money, I want to see how good it is. Parents don't care. Then the destruction of properties. Of course, I've said it before the road safety that came now. People obey laws for two reasons. One, out of habitual responsibility, out of fear of punishment. By the time you punish somebody, I don't want to go to prison even for one day. When people you catch them, send them to prison, tell them, let them go to prison for 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. You will not see anybody who does that. When you come to the town, for example, look at the level of waste disposal of our people because there's no punishment. So please introduce discipline, both on students and teachers. Our teachers are too lazy. I love what you said that some of them who are in the villages will go to the town, why those of them that I want to see implemented. But we don't want to just be theoretical to hear that nothing you have said is implemented. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Onye ru alia. Ọsọ alia. Eri bozo egegen. Akpa mi nedi eyi. Kodon cheri eyi. Eligen eyi bia. Ezu akpa mi ndi chief. Kono don cheri kwama eyi. Lendi ọzọ ile wekpo otu ni ketan wale ne bia. Owo agbeka nweze. So ka yin welala. Ya eyin ni buhe maya nribe. Oge irina. Ya oze hon nribe. Ebuze kwasa. Ge shonu onu meike kono don chiri eyin. My dear chairman, sir, and members, I'm just expressing our gratitude to them
for being patient to wait for us, despite the fact that we were just about 30 minutes late, and we know your crowded program, you have funded 1, 2, 3 groups before our group. So we thank you for that patience and want to seek leave of you so that we can go back and address the head teachers based on what we have garnered from our discussions here, and at the same time address the SBMC matters. All of them are waiting for us right there in the hall. So we want to move so that we can address the issues and we will not disappoint your expectations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Quickly, on behalf of His Royal Majesty, we accept what you have presented, and it is His Majesty's prayer that God will bless you, God will guide you to achieve these desires. Amen. Thank you very much.
080. Mine is 080.
It's because of this other people.
Let him call it.
We
Let
have
him
it
call
in
it
our
out.
report for persons who want to.
Those people, let
any
him
of
call
the
it out
numbers.
for those people.
We have it in our report.
Don't worry. Give to you.
But this section, the reason why they have
I will give to you.
Carry this message back to your children, because it's you that will train your child. You don't expect the teacher to perform any miracle. We as teachers, there are jobs that we do, and there are jobs that you too as parents do. Your job should be more than that of the teachers. Please, parents, that is why we have invited you. And the Hausa community, please, we are talking of vandalization and all the rest things. I don't think it's very common amongst our people. Prior to the time of this iron condemn and whatsoever, this thing didn't used to be common. But this iron condemn, you will find yourself that as you are placing aluminium door, the same day as you are placing it, they are removing it. Who does that? The parents will not be there. The community is now made up of variety of people, unlike how it used to be before. That when they say, okay, for instance, I am from Ime-Obi here, I am from Obi here. Obi here, we know ourselves. When you do anything, your child does anything, they will trace you and trace you and trace you and trace you to your grandfather. But now, when you go to Obi here, for instance, I'm using that one as an example. When you get to Obi here now, you will find out that the first 10 persons you even meet are non-natives. So if peradventure such person goes to do anything, how can you identify that person? How can you bring out the person? The community will not have serious hand on how to arrest those mischievous people. But I'm still begging that we, as the community people and as parents, we should always come together and make sure that any stranger who comes into the community should be known and recognized and should be told the norms of the community. Let us try and see whether that one will help us out a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.
You people are all welcome.
Thank you.
And I bid you farewell.
Thank you.
Our parents too, you are welcome.
Thank you.
And I bid you safe journey to wherever you are coming from.
Thank you.
In Jesus' name we are.
Amen. Good day. Good day. Good day. Somebody connect there. Yes, sir.